Hi, thanks for stopping in. Pull up a chair. I would like to tell you about my action research. It has been quite a process of understanding and discovery. The first thing I had to ask myself was what sets me apart from other teachers in my discipline. It didn't take me long to figure out it was my use of interaction, media, and I like to think my winning personality. I knew from reputation that many of my fellow colleagues were, well, traditional. I wanted to focus on how to make course content more engaging and find a link between student interest and recall. In Cycle 1, I presented a slide presentation with lecture. It was a basic introduction to course material presented with text and representational graphics. The students connected to the material, but I don't believe they were motivated by fun. My solution was that even in a higher education setting, we cannot leave fun out. I wanted to add more media to increase motivation by making real-world connections, which would result in better recall and overall attitude. The topic should be considered of great importance because I feel that as a whole, we are not adequately preparing students to be scholars based on the courses we teach. There is a place for traditionalism, but we have to be willing to move in new directions, directions that best represent our students' needs and values. General education classes are looked at as useless. Students do not see a reason for learning how to speak in public. As an educational community, we have to make public speaking a desired skill again, and we need to start by recognizing the power of language and how to use the new technology skills to empower our role as communicators, not make distinctions between the old and the new. Teaching should be fun and engaging. If we lose this element of learning in higher education, we are enforcing the idea that you go to college to get a job. This is a fun and engaging project because it allows educators to have fun creating new media to use in their class and to benefit from that atmosphere that the interactive learning can create. The surprises I encountered were the hesitation to work with technology, both from faculty and student perspectives. We have to overcome the fear of trying new things. We cannot continue teaching by the misconception that things will always be as difficult as when we are first learning them. Learning is a curve. Most of my predictions were right. The students felt a greater deal of involvement in activities and examples that were created with them in mind, and used media to make connections to outside interests. Based on the initial interest in the course material, I should be striving as an educator to make the content more fun and interesting by making more connections to the material through media. Media is a great resource in pulling in outside interests and making real-world connections. I created my own video examples using extra normals and added an activity that sampled popular music as a springboard. The second cycle was much more telling of how students can respond to the same material given a more fun approach. The combination of the material added to the students' understanding, engagement, and recall. The attitude alone toward public speaking is one that I am on a daily basis trying to change. To quote one of my students, "Yours is one of the only classes I don't fall asleep in." I think that says it all.